So I've done videos before where I went and showed you like all of my pets, I've fed them all. I've done stuff like that where I show you all my pets or do different things with them, and you guys really like those videos. A lot of people do. I mean, people just love seeing the ridiculous amount of pets people have, I guess. So I wanted to do something similar, but I didn't want to do the same thing. Obviously, like, I only just made a all my pets video like a month or so ago, so I'm not gonna go and do another one. I wanted to do something where you guys could kind of see everything that I have, especially since I have so many new additions. Like, it's crazy. I have so many new things than I did literally just a month ago. Like, so many. So yeah, I wanted to do something where you guys can see all of my animals and stuff like that without just kind of having a sit down, here's my pet. So I decided today I would go and show you guys all of my enclosures. I have not shown most of my enclosures before. You guys have seen some of them, like I've done some videos setting certain ones up, or you would have seen like little clips of them, but for the most part, I think the majority of them have not been seen on camera before. So I thought it would be fun to show you guys all of my enclosures, how they're set up. You guys can see like where I keep my animals, how everything is laid out, you know. Yeah, so I thought that would be fun, so that's what we're gonna do. Not gonna talk a bunch, so I guess let's just go ahead and get into the video now, and I will show you all of my animals' enclosures. So first off, we will go ahead and start with this rack here. This is where the majority of them are. So down on the bottom, this is my blue-tongued skink's enclosure. She likes to make a mess in it, so all of the plants end up upside down and all over the place, so that's fun. This here is a 75-gallon aquarium that I use to house my blue-tongued skink in. Let's go ahead and see if we can find her. I have a feeling that... Yep, oh, what is that? Looks like a skink. So this here is her enclosure. Over here she has her heat lamp, so this here is like her basking area, her water bowl, and then she has this log hide over here. But yeah, this is my blue-tongued skink. Moving up from my skink's enclosure, we now have this one here and that one there. So this bigger one here is a 50-gallon Exoterra. This houses my Amazon tree boa, who is right up here. Yeah, this here is my Amazon tree boa's enclosure. That is why I have all these branches and stuff, because like I said, it is a tree boa. They like to climb. So this is Viper. Viper, my beautiful Amazon tree boa. As I was saying, this is a 50-gallon Exoterra. I do have the top covered with tin foil other than this back panel right here, but the most of it is covered with tin foil because Amazon tree boas like high humidity, and with this full screen top, it's just really easy for humidity to escape. So I went ahead and I covered the top with tinfoil, and that really helps hold in the humidity way better. So as I said before, he just has lots of branches in here to climb on. Of course, this is the warm side over here, so if he wants to bask, he can kind of go up there. And then this is the cooler end over here, so he has lots of places. He can go to the warm side, he can go in the middle, cool end. It's a really nice setup. This is probably one of my favorite setups I have. Like, I just really like how it looks. And over here, next to my Amazon tree boa, is my standing day gecko enclosure. A lot of you guys really seem to like my day gecko. His name is Mark, if you didn't know. He's awesome. He's just a little baby right now. So that's Mark up there. I'm not gonna handle him because he's super squirmy. So for all of you Mark lovers out there, there's Mark. Say hello, Mark. Mark is a good boy. So yeah, this here is my standing day gecko enclosure. It's a 12 by 12 by 18 Exoterra. This will be too small for him once he's an adult. As he grows, he'll need to be moved into a bigger enclosure, such as an 18 by 18 by 24. But for now, this is perfectly fine for him. As you can see, he's still quite tiny, so he has lots of space in here to do whatever he desires to do. Every now and then I'll just kind of be sitting on my bed and then I just kind of see him fly across the cage, so that's always fun. Guess that's what Mark enjoys doing. On the next shelf we have two 24 by 18 by 12s, I believe they are. This side here I have my rescue corn snake, who does not yet have a name, so if you want to help me give him a name, please do that. And over here is my baby corn snake, Tangerine. Hello, Bella. He's a good noodle. Here's my rescue corn snake. He's a good noodle. This is his full enclosure here. He has the hide over there, as you can see in the corner. Some driftwood around it, some fake plants, some more driftwood over here, and then the water dish in front. But yeah, so here's my first corn. Oh my god, focus.
God, focus.
So yeah, this here is my first corn snake enclosure. Over here is Tangerine's enclosure. This is Tangerine right here. She is my baby corn snake. She has her butt up in the plant, so that's nice. Her head is down here. There's her little noodle head. Oh, she's backing away. How are you? How nice. Here is her enclosure. She has a hide back there, some driftwood. The water dish is up here, and then this is over here, another hide, decorations, some plants and such. Yeah, this is Tangerine's enclosure. So cute. What a good dog drinking water. Alright, so here's the top shelf here. Here I have my leopard gecko, my Kenyan samboa, and my African fat-tailed gecko. So this in here is my leopard gecko's enclosure. She has a water dish here, worm dish there, one of her hides that she has turned into a bathroom, her humid hide, and then another hide here. And she likes to make a mess with her calcium powder and get it all over the floor, so that's fun. Let's take a look at her. If you watched some of my other videos, you may remember her as my leopard gecko, or of course she's my leopard gecko. You may remember her as my rescue leopard gecko. As you can see, she is doing so much better now. Look how chunky that tail is. Her name is Pepper, by the way. She's just great. This is my Kenyan samboa's enclosure. I'm not going to take him out right now because I believe he is in shed. He's probably a little cranky. He likes to bite me when he's shedding, so we're gonna leave him in there for now. But this is his enclosure. It's a 10-gallon tank, aspen on the bottom. He has this water dish, and then a couple decorations. Really, decorations are not necessary for a sambo at all because they literally just hang out in the substrate their whole lives. And then the last one on the rack here is my African fat-tailed gecko's enclosure. But yeah, obviously her enclosure looks quite different than the leopard geckos because they are very different animals. Here she is. She's always sleeping under her rocks. So this here is Daisy. She's my African fat-tailed gecko, and she is just adorable, and there's Bella in the background. So she has the 3 hides here, that one, and this one. Under these rocks here, she does like go under there. It is a hide. That's her favorite one to hide under, like all time. Hard to see with the glare of my fish tank, but she does have a water dish right here. So that there is really all of the enclosures on this rack. Just a quick little recap. So this is Bella, my blue-tongued skink, Viper, my Amazon tree boa, Mark, my standing stay gecko, 2 corn snakes. This one doesn't have a name. This one is Tangerine. Daisy, my African fat-tailed gecko, Comet, my Kenyan samboa, and Pepper, my leopard gecko. Moving on next to this rack, we have a fish tank here. This tank here is home to my 2 Blackmore goldfish. As you can see, they're super tiny. I just got them recently. They're still little babies. They look so small in this tank, but obviously they will grow quite large. They will get quite a bit bigger than this, and then they won't look so teeny tiny in this tank. So like I said, this tank is fairly new. It is a work in progress. Obviously, you can kind of see I only have this one plant here. This is going to be a fully planted tank eventually, so I am planning on adding more plants soon. But for now, this is the setup that I have for them. But yeah, so these are my 2 little goldfish here. I named them Mickey and Minnie. And moving on, right next to my goldfish tank, there is this little 5-gallon tank.
This is literally just an empty tank.
I'm probably gonna set this up for a betta fish, but as of right now, there is nothing in here other than random decorations and a fish net.
Oh god, this girl's so thirsty.
Next up down here, I have my hamster's home. Sleeping behind her wheel right now, looking adorable. Just kind of note, this is temporary. I do have a 40-gallon breeder to put her in. Oh, hello. She's 20 long. I mean, it does still provide her with quite a bit of space, but not as much as I would like. So she is going into 40 soon. We just need to clear space for it. I literally cleaned this 2 days ago. She just likes to make a mess of everything. But yeah, this here is my hamster's enclosure. She is so cute. I love her so much. She's sleeping back there. So this is my chameleon's enclosure. He's a baby male veiled chameleon, so obviously as he grows he will eventually need a bigger enclosure. As of right now, this provides him with a lot of room. He has tons of places to climb in here. Up here I have a dripper. It's a DIY dripper I made. There are his lamps. I did order him a linear UVB I thought it was going to arrive like before I got him, but it has been stuck at customs for weeks now. Yeah, you're just adorable and I love you so much, and so many people on my channel really like him too. So here he is. Since I know you guys like him so much, you probably want to see some of him. Anyways, yeah, he's just adorable. So yeah, this is his full setup here. Tons of leaves and vines and branches and stuff. He has so much stuff to climb on. So the next thing I have is my crested gecko and my praying mantis. This enclosure here is a 20-gallon long. This is where I house my crested gecko. It's his little food ledge. That's really all there is. It's just basically lots of plants and branches and a food ledge. Dorito. So this is Dorito. He's my crested gecko. He has like these little Dalmatian spots on him and I love it. As he gets old, he's not fully grown yet. He's still kind of young. And as he gets older, he gets like more and more spots. I really like it. I think it's adorable. I love the Dalmatian spots on crested geckos. So yeah, here is my crested gecko and this is his enclosure here. And right above my crested gecko enclosure, I have my praying mantis enclosure. Right, so that there is my orchid mantis. Her name is Astro. It's really only a 3-gallon terrarium though, so it is quite small, but she's just a small little bug, so it looks big in comparison to her. But it's a pretty simple setup. It's just, like I said, a 3-gallon terrarium with some eco earth on the bottom and then a couple branches and flowers for her to climb on. Now, it's a little hard to get good lighting in here considering it is my closet, so I'm sorry if the lighting is bad. But here are my 3 ball python enclosures. Obviously, these are all different sizes enclosures, and that's because they're all different size snakes. So this here is Titan's enclosure. I made a whole video when I set this up. Here is Titan himself. Over here I have a hide, and there's another hide and a water dish. This is the warm hide and this is the cool hide, so there is a heat pad under here. And this one doesn't have a heat pad. Here's Angel's enclosure. This is her cool hide, her water dish, and her warm hide. So there is a heat mat on this side, and of course some fake plants. All of the hides are, all of the setups are pretty similar since they are the same species, so they tend to like the same things. Oh, but there she is. So there's Angel, my ball python, my little girl, my sweetie. And then this here is Casper's setup, my youngest ball python. This may look small to you, especially if you don't know a lot about snakes, but like I said, he is a very young snake, and as babies, they are very shy and they need to feel very secure. So babies prefer to be in a small setup rather than a larger one, just so that they feel secure. Obviously, when he grows, he will be getting an upgrade. He's not staying in this his whole life, but for now, he's still a little baby and he needs to feel secure, so this is his setup. He only has the one hide because there's just not really room for a second one, and then his water dish, and then some plants. So this here's Casper, my banana ball python. Bananas are one of my favorite morphs of all times. I think that they are absolutely gorgeous. He has such a nice personality and he's so sweet, and he's just the cutest little guy ever. I'm so happy with him. In this tub here, I have my Pac-Man frog. He's down here. It's a pretty simple setup again. It's just a lot of wet eco earth. I have this plant and a little water dish for him. So, and this here is my Sunbeam's enclosure. It is another tub setup because it needs to hold humidity extremely well. They need to have humidity of like 80 to 100%. So for me, really, a tub was the only option because I just really didn't think that would be possible to do in a tank. So yeah, let's go ahead and try and find her because she's gonna be somewhere buried in here. Where are you going? So this here is my Sunbeam snake. I'm not gonna keep her at long because I don't really like handling that much, but here she is in her beauty. Yeah, her enclosure is basically a big pile of dirt because that's what they like to live in. The last enclosure that I have in my room, not all together, just in my room, is my 60-gallon Reef tank here. This tank is home to my clownfish, my firefish goby. There is an engineer goby somewhere in here, but I never see him. I also have a 2-spot bristletooth tang somewhere in here. Oh, there's my tang. Here she is. Please ignore all of the disgusting hair algae in this tank. I'm having a big hair algae problem right now, and it sucks, but it's just so common in new tanks to have algae issues. But yeah, so this here is my 60-gallon Reef tank with my fish and all of my corals in it. So that's all of my enclosures in my bedroom. I literally have, how many? Let's see, okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
20. I have 20 enclosures just in my room. That's a lot to have in one bedroom, plus me. I mean, this is my living space too. This is my bed, this is my blanket, like all of these enclosures are basically in my enclosure. So, but now let's move on to what is outside of my room. And this here is my rabbit's enclosure. It's a 4x4 playpen basically. They obviously don't spend all their time in here. Whenever they can be supervised, they get to free roam. So this is basically like their home base, but obviously they get exercise outside of here as well. But their little home in here includes their hay bin, a food dish, a water dish, which all three of them are cramped at. They have a little bed, some toys, some hides, and yeah. I'm really sorry about how terrible the light is here, but there is no light in the room, and my hedgehog has a really sensitive eye, so I don't want to bring my ring light down here, so I'm just going to give you a quick little look over of his cage. He has a heat lamp, bed, his wheel, food and water dish, and then his hide with lots of toys. And this here is the last pet I have in my house. This is my 20-gallon tank. The stocking is really weird on it right now. Like, I'm in the middle of giving some of my old fish to my friend and then stocking it with new fish. Like, it's, I don't know, it's going through some weird stuff. So yeah, the stocking is a little weird and it's looking a little rough too. It has some algae and stuff, but yeah, this is it. It's in the middle of a transition, so it's a little rough looking, but it will be beautiful soon. So yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video and seeing my enclosures. If you did, please give this video a big thumbs up. I really appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. Yeah, please give this video a big thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you aren't already, and if you are subscribed, make sure you have the notifications turned on so that you get notified whenever I post, because I post quite often, and if you like my videos, then you want to know when I post, right? I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I will see you all next time.